Taliban is notorious for cutting hands off as a form of punishment. Cruel and repulsive as it is, similar expressions in the Bible will rightly be frowned upon. Could Jesus have really said to cut off hands and feet and tear out eyes, as we read in Mark chapter 9, to avoid sinning? First of all, unlike the Taliban, Jesus did not ask the disciples to cut other people's limbs off. And it is horrible to think that Jesus would want his disciples to be amputees. The gospel passage in question is about how to conduct one's own self to avoid sinning. Our Lord wanted wholeness of life with total integrity for his disciples. Therefore, Jesus used strong words to get the message across. In the submarine deal between Australia and the US, the leaders signed the documents of agreement and shook their hands. Deals are done with the hands. If your dealings with others cause any scandal or sin, metaphorically, it is better to chop off that hand, meaning it is better to refrain from such dealings. For the sake of spiritual integrity, it is better to forego any profit from scandalous or sinful dealings. Nelson Mandela titled his autobiography The Long Walk to Freedom. The feet that walks is a metaphor for personal freedom. We live in a world which thinks that personal freedom is an absolute. But no personal freedom is to be at the expense of our spiritual integrity. If your foot causes you to stumble, cut it off. It is better for you to enter the life lame than to have 2 feet and to be thrown into hell. Bible says. If your freedom compromises your integrity and causes you to stumble, be brave enough to curtail it for the sake of a greater good. Sadly, we see too many selfish protests in the name of personal freedom. How you look at people also matters. Do you look at others to see how to be at their service, or are your eyes fixed on how to take advantage of others? Jesus said, if your eye causes you to stumble, tear it out, and it is better for you to enter the kingdom of God with one eye than to have 2 eyes and to be thrown into hell. Always look at others as God's children so that you will not disregard the integrity of Christian disciples. Leadership ambition can lead to manipulative behavior and the exclusion of those who do not belong to your group. John, who said, "Teacher, we saw someone casting out demons in your name," as we tried to stop him because he was not following us. He was a representative of such control freaks. Jesus told him not to freak out about not being in control. Any service, even as little as giving a cup of water, is a positive thing in the kingdom of God. Jesus told his disciples to be fully focused on serving others and thus keeping the integrity as, as a disciple of Christ.